the best amount of security that you can have because you're in control of your destiny. Now, a lot of people, when they dip their foot in the water for business, they start to look at franchises because they haven't got any formal training when it comes to starting their own company. And again, I think that is a great idea because a lot of franchises have some fantastic systems that can really help you improve your chances of success. But I want you to go into this with your eyes wide open, ladies and gentlemen, when you invest a lot of money in getting started with a franchise. So let me just take you over to my screen here. And I'm going to show you a couple of different models of franchises and what it takes, the investment needed. And I want you to ask some very important questions. I'll share them with you very soon, but do not forget to ask these questions whenever you're considering any business that you're thinking of getting involved in. So, how cool is that? Pretty fancy? So, comparing different franchise models. What we want to do is give you an understanding of the real cost of getting started in a franchise, in a business. So here's a bit of a comparison. Now, it is from America because they really work hard on keeping these numbers kind of secret if they can. But the bottom line is I'm going to just focus on three that probably all of us in Australia are very wary of, and that is your McDonald's, Subway, and Taco Bell. So we'll just talk about those three. So with McDonald's, every franchise generally has a franchising fee. So that's an annual fee that you pay each year to retain your license to be able to operate their franchise. So for McDonald's, it's around about, now don't take these numbers as gospel, but give or take the plus or minus 10% rule. $45,000 pretty much would be a franchising fee. Now your monthly fees are around about anywhere between 4 and 12% on your turnover. Okay, so understand you do $10,000 in sales. Well, you'll give them $1,200 as a commission, so to speak. It just varies to a certain degree depending on the type of franchise that you have. Now, around about $1 million to set up, and you will need liquid assets of around $750,000. Okay, so that's for you to set up a McDonald's franchise. If it was a Subway, a bit cheaper, $15,000 annual franchise fee, 4.5% to 8% of your turnover. And again, setting things up about $116,000, net worth $80K, and you must have liquid assets. That means $30,000 in the bank, so to speak. And Taco Bell, a bit like McDonald's, and again, these are great franchise models. They really are. They work. A lot of people have made money from them, but I will share some warnings with you in a second. So Taco Bell, $45K, 5.5%, 1.2 mil startup costs, net worth, need $1.5 million in net worth, and you need pretty well $750,000 in the bank. Okay, so I think you'll agree that's a sizable investment for you to get started in business. And I say again, when you choose a franchise, now this is food obviously, but when you do choose a franchise, strong ones like this do increase your chances of success because they have great systems. So, what sort of money do they make? Okay, you're investing an awful lot of moolah. So, what sort of income do you make? Well, I can tell you that the majority of those franchises, they make anywhere between 100 and 300K. Does everybody make that sort of money? No. Do some franchises actually go backwards? Yes. I've actually been involved with a few that I've had to step in and help rescue. So, just because you get a franchise does not mean that it is a license to print money. But in a number of these franchises, remember you're investing $1 million plus for a lot of them, okay, and so your return 100 to 300k, and you've got to weigh up, well, okay, is that a good return on my investment, and is it a good return on my time? So before you decide to invest in any franchise, I want you to, and I hope you got a pen. In fact, I'll count to 3 so you can get a pen. I want you to write these questions down I'm about to share before you get involved in any business whatsoever, whether it's a franchise, whether it's any other business at all. You must ask these 4 questions. So get your pen ready. I'll count to 3. 1, 2, 3, go. All right, question number 1. How good are their lead generation and marketing systems? So again, I can say firsthand that some franchises leave a bit to be desired when it comes to their support on their marketing systems and their commitment to generating leads coming in the front door. Okay, and others are absolutely spectacular at it. Needless to say, the old McDonald's is outstanding. Best of is what you might call it. So again, you need to ask yourself that question, and don't just take people's word for it. Go and talk to other franchise owners, because everyone has an agenda. Okay, I have one. I'm about to share my agenda with you in a moment. But everybody has an agenda, so you need to be mindful when people give you an answer. Don't just take it at face value, because you're about to commit probably your life savings into this goal, this adventure. And again, I say, very smart one, working for yourself. But just be mindful that when people give you an answer, perhaps it might be their version of the truth, okay? So question 2, how good are their sales delivery systems? So depending on the franchise, because I'm talking about food here, but there are lots of other franchise systems out there, gyms, mowing, and other, pretty well gyms, pole dancing. You pretty well got gyms, everything, gyms, dog washing, gyms, pool systems, etc., etc. So see how good their sales systems are, and do they give you great sales training, and do they have sales follow-up systems, etc. Okay, you must have great lead generation and marketing systems and great sales systems in a company for you to succeed. The third one is, how good are their systems for the delivery of their product? So when you actually say yes and take someone's money, you must give a good product back in return. You must give them at least what they expect. Okay, so how good are their delivery systems so that you have the ability to deliver on the promise? And then the last one I want you to, and this is a real biggie that so many people forget. You get so wrapped up and excited in, oh, I'm going to start this business and I'm going to be able to grow it. I'm going to be able to do this. I'm going to be able to do that. I'll be able to employ people, and all of these things. And that's great and it's exciting. I can tell you that. However, sometimes some people forget a bigger question, and that is, okay, well, what's going to be the time commitment? Will I have a life? Will I have the ability to do other things? And again, in the food industry, I'll tell you here and now that many people that buy cafes, buy restaurants, etc., understand when those places are open. They're open when everybody else is getting out there and having fun. So you need to have that persona that's happy to work when others are playing and not let it get on your mind. You've got to be saying, okay, I don't mind putting in X amount of hours. And if you don't mind, then that's great. But go in with your eyes wide open, because again, working with hundreds and hundreds of clients, sometimes there's resentment that they've got to put in, 12 and 14-hour days, and they've got to be open 7 days a week, and they've got lots and lots of teenagers that they're employing, and some of them, you just want to pull your hair out, and there's all these hormones flying around the premises and relationships and all those sorts of things. So just be very mindful of that when you're considering going into this venture, okay? So now I want to talk about my agenda. Okay, so I'm trying to be even-handed here, and I'm just calling a spade a spade. I pride myself on playing with a straight bat, ladies and gentlemen. But here's another option that I do want you to consider if you are thinking of working for yourself. Okay, I believe that what I'm about to share with you is one of the simplest, most lucrative, and personally rewarding business models on the planet. So what it'll do is it'll help you develop highly paid skills in areas like online and offline marketing, in areas like sales, business optimization. And when you develop skills in these areas, then you pretty well can write your own ticket when you become effective at it. Okay, and what I'm talking about is considering the idea of becoming a certified StreetSmart business consultant. Because the reason I say it's one of the most rewarding careers on the planet is because you actually get paid for helping other people have better business lives. And I shared a story just the other day of a person who was about to lose their business and their home. They worked years and years building it up. Pretty sizable business, by the way. And simply because I shared some common sense instructions with this person, I saved his business and I saved his house. And I just don't get a better buzz from anything. I mean, everyone gets turned on by different things. That really gets me excited when I can help other people and get paid very, very well for it. So consider, if you love the idea of business, well, how about learning to master the business principles and help other people that are in business? Because so many of them right now need a lot of assistance. So here's the beauty of it. You can actually become a certified StreetSmart business consultant, but you won't have to have high capital costs. In fact, generally, the investments to get your skill sets as a business consultant vary around about 25 to 50K, depending on what level you want to get involved at. You don't need staff, but if you do have staff, and it's great to have it because leverage is a very important skill that you learn as a consultant. Well, maybe you'll have one PA, okay? Very, very low overheads as a consultant. In fact, you can create a very successful consulting business with as little as 5K marketing budget over a year. Okay, so one of the lowest overheads in existence. And again, you get to control your lifestyle. So you determine your hours and you do have the potential. I'm not making any income claims here, and I don't want to get in trouble with anybody, but I can tell you that there are so many people I've trained that now enjoy extraordinary lives that they thought they never would, simply because I taught them those high-paying skills, marketing skills, sales skills, business fundamentals, business optimization, getting a business into a saleable state. And when you develop those skills, you become a person pretty high in demand. So if that seems appealing to you, then have a chat to me. I'll actually put a link down in the comment section. You all know why. When you can click there and have a conversation with me, or if you would like to, you can go and check out this URL and watch an online training that I put together, and you'll also receive an information book when you go there, and that'll show you just why I've been so successful helping people learn these skills and really become very successful as business consultants. I hope to talk to you soon. I am doing another training very soon, and so again, if anything I've shared with you makes sense, then fantastic. I do hope we connect. Just to recap, whenever you're looking at any business opportunity, ask yourself, how good is their lead generation and marketing strategies? How good are their sales strategies? How good are their delivery systems and strategies? And what sort of time commitment or lifestyle will you have when you get involved in that type of business? Okay, I hope this has been of some help. Until next time, folks, I'll